Sorry, I've not been making as much videos as I used to. Yes, I've been really busy with State of the Map Europe, amazing conference, and it was great. I've even been spending time putting the recordings online, so they're on the other channel. But that's not the only reason I've been busy and away from making videos of mapping. I also now have a child. I became a father, so that of course changes what I do with my time. He does need lots of attention. He doesn't like staying still, so hence we go for walks, because going outside is also good for everyone, but babies especially. So I am starting, especially now we're out of winter a bit, I'm starting to go out with my son and doing some mapping. What does that look like exactly? The buggy's great because once he falls asleep we can lower it, and I can even park him inside the house, and then I can carry on editing the map on my computer or things like that, or just tidy up the house. However, it has a strap to make sure if he rolls away I've still got the buggy, and so it's important to have that. Annoyingly, it's slightly to the right, which is the hand I want to be holding my phone on, and I need to still keep one hand on ideally. So it's not great. You need a hand to hold and tap in the details, which is a bit of a shame. Would be much better to be hands-free. My son actually really likes the carrier, and today's a good example. You might even fall asleep in it. Today's a good example where on a walk I took the buggy or the pram, and he's complained and we had to switch to the carrier. But it means I can leave the pram just there, don't have to worry, and I can have both hands free, one to hold the camera or to use it to edit the map. They're the Sidlaw Hills in the background. We like walking up those as well, or any hill and mountain in Scotland, a lot easier with a carrier. So yeah, hands-free is really important when mapping, I think. Whether you're using an app like Every Door or Street Complete, even Keypad Mapper, or even if you're just taking photos, you need a hand-free to be able to do that, or to take notes. So yeah, I definitely recommend baby wearing. It's great anyway, but for mapping it makes a massive difference. I thought my mapping once I became a father would be in places like this, mapping the playground equipment, because I'd done a bit of that with friends that had kids. That's, it's important to know, to be able to map specific things like playground equipment. This has swings, but they're for a baby. It's got a climbing net thing, and there's a slide. That's really good to know that the park has it, because it's important to find the most epic playground sometimes. So I thought I'd do that. In fact, this playground, it's important. I've done a lot of mapping fences around playgrounds in the past. You can see the yellow gate there. I should map that as a gap or a gate missing. Maybe I should also inform the council. But that's important to know if you've got wild kids that run away, that that gap won't slow them down. That's not really been the height of why I've wanted a map now I've got a kid. I've been wanting to map change table facilities, kind of where are public toilets, or if a cafe has public toilets, does it have a change table? Becomes really important for this little one, because he does not like to sit around in a wet nappy, as I'm sure you wouldn't afterwards. So bits like that are good, especially on a we did a long car journey recently, and we kind of went into the coffee shop at a service station. There were a few shops, not a full-on service station, so I didn't know which coffee shop or cafe we should go into for change tables. But anyway, bits like that. I'm not sure what else will change now that I'm a dad with my mapping. Are there other things that are important to have on a map, or ways to update? If I'm sure I'll discover them, and maybe I'll do some more videos about that. But I know other people have mapped with children, even babies, before. So some people have even told me that's how they got into OpenStreetMap, because they were having to go for walks, and going down any street gets boring. I'm certainly finding I shake up and want to change which roads I go down. So it's quite handy with him on here. It doesn't seem so odd that I'm going down residential streets that I don't live on, or even dead ends, and I can talk. He likes hearing me talk, but he doesn't understand me. But still, that means it's good to say, "Oh, what's here? Shall we have a look at this playground? You know, oh, there's a slide there," and can tap into my phone. Oh, you know, we'll just send a message to mummy or something like that, or oh, we'll take a photo of this so that your cousin remembers it. I think mapping with kids is really great. I think it's going to open a whole load of new possibilities for my mapping, but also new things that I see that should be on the map. If you've got any tips or suggestions, please do let me know. It'll be great to hear them. You're starting to drift off, so I think I'll be able to get a bit more mapping done using my hands and staying still. Staying still while I'll go back to that row of shops I passed, because he just wanted me to keep walking, so I couldn't stop and type in all the shop names. The other thing we would like mapped is drop curbs and the condition of them. Here, not too bad, and they're at the junction of the road. Cross the road, terrible. Don't want to cross there. And if I could build a route, ask for a route for an hour's walk that just had nice drop curbs, told me when to cross the road rather than when not, that would be really good. But that's too much detail for me to map. So, especially in Dundee, this guy's a bit upset. He's ready to go to sleep in his bed. But in Dundee, there's plenty of shops and businesses that I still need to map before I'm mapping drop curbs. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I'll show you, I think, what I've mapped on this little walk while I've been doing a video, and you can get some of the ideas. I just used every door because I could do it on my phone, and that means I can go home and tidy the house while this one sleeps. Right, better get home then.